Alright, hey everyone. I know this is our first ed puzzle, so we're going to kind of go over how to do an ed puzzle and what the expectations are for an ed puzzle. So ed puzzles are recorded lessons, sometimes a few years outdated, sometimes more present, and this one is going to be for this school year 25-26. So a couple of expectations that I have when I have these ed puzzles is that you are an active listener and you are an active note taker. So if I'm writing something down on the iPad screen, you are also writing it down on your paper as well. So that's one of the expectations I have. The second expectation is you have to watch it until the very end. Even if you feel like you understand the lesson, I want you to watch the ed puzzle until the very end. So it shows that for me, you are fully understanding of everything that I taught in that lesson. So we'll jump right in. So today's objective is to review. So I can add, subtract, multiply, and divide rational numbers. So this was a key concept last year in 7th grade math, rational numbers. Rational numbers is a fancy way of saying fractions. So today we are going to review all operations of fractions. So also at any point during the ed puzzles, you are always feel free to pause, rewatch any of the parts if I'm going too quickly. So what is a rational number? A rational number is a number that can be written as a fraction. So anytime you deal with fractions and decimals, you are often referring to rational numbers. So let's quickly review how to do all of these operations, and then we will wrap up the set puzzle. So the first one we are going to review is how to add and subtract fractions. Step 1 is to convert mixed numbers into improper fractions if necessary. So for example, we'll do this real quick. Mixed numbers are numbers that are like 3 and 2 over 5, right? If you're given anything that is like a mixed number, you have to convert this into an improper fraction. How? Well, multiply 5 times 3 plus 2. So 5 times 3 plus 2 is 15 plus 2 is 17. You keep the denominator as 5. So that is, you have to convert these into improper fractions first. Then you are going to rewrite fractions using the common denominator. So you are finding common denominators between both of those rational numbers, and denominators are the numbers that are on the bottom. Then you add or subtract the numerators straight across. And remember, for these, you keep the denominator the same. You don't change the bottom number at all. You only convert the numerator. Multiplying fractions is pretty straightforward. Step 1 is you convert these mixed numbers into, once again, improper fractions if you need to. Okay. Then I would simplify first if possible. What do I mean by simplifying first is you can simplify vertically, like up and down. If you have 2 over 4, you could simplify that. Or you could simplify diagonally, and I'll show you in a little bit when we do a couple examples together, but you cannot simplify horizontally. Okay, last step is to multiply straight across. Both the numerator and denominator for multiplying fractions, remember, you are going to multiply straight across. Dividing fractions, the only thing you have to know is keep, change, flip. You remember, you are keeping the first fraction the same, changing it into a multiplication problem, and then flipping the second fraction. After you do that, you follow the rules for multiplying fractions. So let's do a couple examples here. I'll let you practice a little bit on your own. The first one is adding these two fractions up. Remember, if you have a mixed number, always convert them into improper fractions first. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9 over 2. Plus 5 times 6 is 30. 30 plus 1 is 31. Remember, you keep the denominator the same, so I'm keeping it as 2 and 5 right there. From here, I need common denominator, so it looks like between 2 and 5, my least common denominator is going to be 10. So I need to rewrite these to be both out of 10. So the first fraction, I have to multiply both the top and bottom by 5 and 5. The second one by 2 and 2. 5 times 9 is 45 over 10. Plus 31 times 2 is 62 over 2. Now that you've rewritten these fractions, you multiply only the numerator. So 45 plus 162 is 107. You keep the denominator the same. And you can leave it like this. You do not have to convert back into a mixed number. Number 2, always convert these first. So it looks like this first fraction is 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7 over 2. Times, I have 8 times 3, which is 24, 25, 26, 27 over 8. Okay, let's see if you could simplify these diagonally or vertically. I don't believe so. So if you can't simplify these diagonally, like cross simplify, then you multiply straight across. 7 times 27, let me do this off to the side. You get 9, 7 times 2 is 14, plus 4 is 189 over 2 times 8 is 16. So if you were not able to simplify them first, you will not be able to simplify that very end. Moving on, number 3, let's rewrite these. It looks like I'm subtracting here. So it looks like my least common denominators are going to be 30. So I want these both to be out of 30. The first fraction I have to multiply by 10 and 10. The second one by 3 and 3. So I have 20 over 30 minus 6 over 30. I get 14 over 30. Okay, and then always, if you can simplify, that red arrow means always simplify. So I get 7 over 15 to be my final difference. Last but not least, let's talk about how to divide fractions. Once again, step 1 is to always convert them into improper fractions. First, 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17 over 4. Divided by, let's say, 10 times 2 is 20 plus 9 is 29 over 10. And then remember, for dividing fraction, you are going to do keep, change, flip. I keep the first fraction the same, change into multiplication, and I flip 10 over 29. And this is where we could cross simplify here a little bit. I could simplify the 4 and the 10, right? They are both divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. There's nothing I could do afterwards, so now I multiply straight across. 17 times 5, I believe that is 85. Over 2 times 29 is 58. And that is going to be my final product, or quotient, because it is a division problem. All right, so this is how you add, subtract, multiply, divide fractions. Remember, at any point, you are feel free to pause this video and rewatch any portions of it. And then here's what I want you to do. I want you to try these 1, 2, 3, and 4 problems on your own right below. And then submit these onto the Edpuzzle. I'll pause this real quick. You'll put these on the Edpuzzle, and then at the very end, circle how you feel after today's lesson. Look through those levels of understanding. This is an indicator that we are done with the notes. So this is a really good self-reflection tool that I always want you to take advantage of. All right, I will see you all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.